Hello YouTube, this is Shanlink here, and today I'm gonna revive this week in Kingdom Hearts Unchained Japan, and yeah, the only reason why I'm reviving it now is because I actually have time. So let's get to it. So if you guys didn't see my poll video, they released QR6, and this one does have reprint high score challenge medals, so that's nice. So apart from that, apparently this is what I like about Japan. Is that obviously you're gonna get the VIP coins. You get those depending on how many medals are in the pool. So if for some reason they made one with 30 medals, there's gonna be 30 VIP coins. You also get Sid 5 with each pool. Key Art 5, 6. I mean, it's an AOE and increases your power attack. Huh, that's weird. P attack. Power attack by uh, by 3 for 1 turn, and the more gauges you have remaining, the more powerful the skill is going to be. And it deals 5 continuous attacks, and they're right here. All right, so it's 13 metal species of the high score challenge. So what that basically means is that, for example, you know how high score challenge medals comes in pairs. So with Maleficent it was P and all that. So that's just what it's saying. So what's basically saying is that, all right, so the main 6-star ones you're gonna get are these right here. So Maleficent, the World Ends With You trio. So Neku, freaking Shiki and Joshua, Ariel and Flander, Jafar Genie version, King, Donald and Goofy, Sora, Donald, Goofy version B, and Minion and Daisy. So these are all the abilities. And for my recommendation, ones to look after are, if you don't have for some reason still uh, either Star HD or what's the name of it again? Star HD or it slips my mind right now. Star HD or the King Black Coat Mickey Illustrated. She is a perfect substitute for either of those. And then obviously P is the pair for that one. Ariel both Ariel and Sebastian are extremely good because they give you a +3 attack general attack buff for 1 turn. So they're a QR5 and illustrated Kyrie. So if you don't have those, now's your chance, because if you don't get Ariel and Flounder, you're bound to get Sebastian somehow. And if you don't get none of those, well, if you're able to keep on trying to get these, and yeah, Jafar Genie is okay. There's only 2 Keyblades where he's extremely good, and that's Treasure Trove and Stroke of Midnight, and that's because the first, all right. So if it's at the last slot, its multiplier is gonna be this. It's gonna be maxed out. So yeah, that's why I said those are the only 2 power Keyblades that have that and are pretty good to give it its max ability. So it's not really good. Jafar, it's pretty decent. I used to use it back when back before the anniversary stuff. The King, Donald, and Goofy, it's actually extremely good, but it's still it's good. It's just that there's a better one. Now Sword, Donald, and Goofy version B. Now this one's actually extremely good, but it deals the same thing as all these 3, where it changes its attribute based on the enemy. So but this one's actually extremely good because all the other ones are standalones, and this one's actually AOE. So, and it only costs 1 gauge, and it's almost as strong. But if you guys get this, it's still pretty good. And if you get the king, he's still pretty good. And then Minnie and Daisy recovers 4 ability gauges and it's AoE, while Chip and Dale are standalone. So, yeah. And for you guys wondering, wait, yes, actually these two right here came out the exact same time for those remembering, and that was because if you guys remember, there was a glitch in the high score challenge that week where at the very beginning where if you used skip tickets you could possibly get this, and more or less likely you were always guaranteed to get this. So they didn't find it fair that people already had them and were I really had this one guilted and this one were already there, fully guilted. I think people I did that where I guilted like 4 or 5, and so they released this one. So that's why they all have very similar attacks and techniques. Um, and yeah, so and this right here is it's a 5 pull mercy, and it's telling you that about the snap boost. So yeah. And now for the January Coliseum Awards, you're getting this time the Terra and Aqua armor. So that's the that's basically it. That's all you're getting. There's not much. Wait, what? Last reviews 2. Oh, so it's Second Chance 2. That's basically it's still the same thing where you're it says right here when your HP goes down, you have a chance to only get revived 1 HP. The trigger rate, and it has a higher trigger rate. That's basically it. And the dropout for that, holy crap, that's like 5,000. So that's around tier 14. Because nobody, and I don't think last time nobody ever, unless you were really into it, I didn't go past tier uh tier 13 because I kind of got stuck in the loop. So yeah, and the head armor, the mask, they give you a raid appearance plus 10. So there's that. Now this is actually pretty interesting. So apart from that, there's also the super luxury Wonder Nyan avatar board. So basically Meow avatar boards, and I really like them. They're amazing, especially this. But here's the kicker. There's 7,000 and wait, there's 7,770 jewels per, but the amount they have is amazing. It has right, so it has what the fuck? Oh, it has a new skill. Alright, so it has both. So you know how like the status skills? Well, it has the EX version. So each all the enemies, if you have an AoE medal, you get both sleep, poison, and paralysis. Holy crap. So yeah, sleep, paralysis, and all that. They also have ability price 2 plus attack boost 3, 100%. This is actually extremely nice for those high gauge medals, attacking medals. They also have attack boost 4 or attack boost XL, 2 of them actually, and attack boost up 100%. Ability price up, and Lux. Ability price plus attack boost 3 up, and Lux plus attack boost 3. You get. Wait, what? Wait, is that 6 Mickey and Brooms? Yeah, that's 6 Mickey and Brooms. I actually did not see this because I couldn't really. And then you have Troops of Madness Stones. What the? Oh man, I don't have my phone, so I can't really tell you. So it has one of that for some reason, and it has a power stone and a magic and a speed stone, and it has a shrimpy no evil. What the hell is that? Yeah, it's really weird, but it has all this. And this one has the exact same thing. And the balloon, it has a skill perk of +6, so there's that. That's extremely good. And there's a new event right now, so there's the new daily quest being held. So for 2 or 3 days, you're gonna get one of each. Is what they usually end up being. And you can get a broom, a skip ticket, and a magic mirror. And then there's also for a week past event medals. So it's the Valentine Day, Mickey and Minnie, Handa Wanyan. Oh, so it's Wonderland, or I forget what was that. But it's the flowers. I think it's Flower Meow. Riku Childhood version, Mickey Valentine's Day, Beast Valentine's Day, Sora Child, Kid Sora, Kid Kyrie, Mickey and Minnie Valentine's Day version, and Princess Belle, Winter Dress. I think that's all the WD stands for. And alright, so I'm kind of getting ahead of myself because I'm actually going from right to left. So this is the order I opened them in. But there's also another key art, and that's key art 7. If you guys can kind of guess, this is the Twilight portion of the picture. So that's key art 7. So if you guilt both key art 6 and key art 7, you get Lux plus ability, Lux and ability plus. So basically, you're getting both attack boost 3, Lux plus, and ability price plus, all on the same skill, and that's like extremely good. But it's really not that important right now. Right here is telling you if you it doesn't have to be one of each. It could be two of this, or just a pair, both these gilded, one of each gilded. So that's what it's basically saying right here, and it'll be delivered the 11th of January at 3 yeah yeah no that yeah that's 3 p.m. their time. So there's that. And there's also key art 7. And now this is actually very interesting. This is the first time we're getting tier 5's reprints. Holy shit. Alright, so when you draw 6, including the reprint medal of the first anniversary period for 1 frames will be. So basically what they're saying is that if you missed any of these, you could quite possibly get a good tier 5 medal. And this is what I told you. Key art 7 is basically the Twilight portion of the puzzle. It's AOE, and it. Wait, what? So wait, what? So wait, is it general def? Oh yeah, no, it's possible. So it deals a -2 Oh no, it's the magic version of the power. So it's a -1 defense for 2 turns. So it's that, and the more power you set the way up, the better. So I'm not sure what that means. But yeah. So key art. So alright, so if you're gonna be pulling for this, the medals I would recommend is both key art 1 and key art 3. And that's because they're extremely powerful no matter the situation. Key art 1 could just literally tank through anything, even if it's it's not there. It's hold up. Even if it's not, it's super effective. Um, super effective. Even if it's not power, it'll still deal a considerable amount of damage no matter what, because thanks to its wait, what? Oh, so thanks to its minus 2 magic defense. Uh, and that's actually extremely good. And KR3, it's just an overall extremely good medal, because it lowers the defensive power, the defense, the general defense of your enemy for 1, and even that still does a good amount of damage. And then any of the tier 5s are extremely good. And all right, so this is actually extremely interesting, because if we go back to tier 6, which was I think the very first one, yeah, no, you can't get right here, right there. Yeah, there you go. So that was something I never noticed, but it does say right here, high score challenge medals. The reprints do not have status boosted medals. While right here, Key Art 7 does have the both attack and defense stat boost, but any of the reprints do not. And that's actually pretty interesting, because I never saw that either. And this one actually ends at the same time as Key Art 6, so yeah, so it ends Friday for them, Thursday for me, or Friday for you too. I mean, it's kind of weird. So it ends either Thursday or Friday, depending on your time zone, and where you live. And both of these end that day. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's basically what there is. I really didn't miss anything other than this, but this is already gone, and I only wanted to do the ones that are currently active. So yeah, this has been your host, Mr. Shanley here, and the video as well. Thanks so much for watching, and bye.